sub-caverns. Yeah, that one on the right does look pretty freaky. The settlement that Smiley has sent me to is well hidden, located under a section of the city abandoned decades ago. I've heard little of the area since, mostly involving crazy ghost stories. In the following years, the city has begun to deteriorate, blocking off access to most of the central districts. Maps of the area are easy to find, but are often useless. Rumor has it that these old tunnels are more or less intact. Even better, they offer shelter from the poison above. Of course, the layout is still largely unexplored. I'll have to be careful. Opened up the terminal. I'm not bothering talking to this coot. He just mentions that there's a... He's a bit crazy. He mentions that there's a guy with a key for accessing deeper in the subway, but, like, he's been knocking on his door and he hasn't been answering. I mean, the guy's dead. That we can kind of discern that. I think you could use the machine pistol and the machine pistol and the lantern. You cannot. The lantern is strictly a pistols-only accompaniment. And yes, this map is designed to be one of the darker ones. We are in the subway in a area that is largely without power, so big surprise there. But unlike that night mission, these light shafts will recharge your lantern if you stand in them, so you're not without a light source completely. Those are doors. Oh, infighting. Reloading will force you to drop your lantern, but you have to manually raise it up again. Hello? Feels like a secret-y place, but oh no, I'm not getting anything. Ugh, there we go. They're using a lantern instead of a conical flashlight, which I don't think a conical flashlight would be possible in GC2. Like, the lighting effects would not allow for something that modern or novel in that way. We got the key, I think. Did we get the key? Picked something up. Well, this is the launcher hole. Biomines. they just float around and make themselves a nuisance. Get the lantern back up. You never know when you're going to need it. Fly at you and explode. Hence, biomines. Ammo. Bunch of closed off storefronts? Question mark? For that one. 4.
Let's get the hell out of here!
Yes, had we talked to the old coot, he'd have mentioned that a gang came through and basically, like, demanded the key for accessing the thing, so that's the gang. We gotta figure as well that there must have been some scripting related to them showing up at that precise moment. Like, we must have walked over a switch, which caused them to move forward. There must have been something to bait them into that specific area. I am just... because, I mean, people have had a lot of time to figure out how these engines work and what they can do with them. And they've been putting that knowledge to use. That's literally just a monster closet. And more sun. Soon I'm gonna start running down. Well, I'm trying to save the light bullets because we have the submachine gun now, and in a sort of panic situation, it's better to use them there than in the handgun. Here I should be using my shotgun though, because I need a pistol with bullets in it to pair with the lamp. I think this is what we opened so we can access. Is that an arch vial? Feeling fragged. Stim pack. Instant release. Yeah, that's an arch vial. Well, Kurt said white arrows, so here we go. Of course, going off the beaten path is how we find goodies. There's a whole area in this place with ghosts. That damage of RNG is being unkind again. the train to get around this shipping container.
Like it is liver. Like it is liver. Eat his flesh.
Doesn't help that I'm forced to use pistols during this section because of the light limitation. I mean, there's a team now creating a mod for Black Mesa that recreates Blue Shift. Now that's impressive and all, but there was another team a while back, like Tripmine Studios or something, that was working on Opposing Force and Blue Shift entirely independent from the Crowbar Collective and the whole Black Mesa thing. Like, it was going to be just its own source engine mod. And one of the considerations they were making for their Blue Shift experience was the notion that since you don't have a flashlight from the HEV suit and you don't have night vision from the military's power-charged vest, the way your night vision would work is that you would require specific weapons that have flashlights attached. Yes, the sleeping area. This is where we run into the ghosts. Pipe bombs! It's Christmas. Right now, the ghosts are a little locked up. Load. Spot's getting me charged back. Now, the trouble is, once we find the secret down here, that's going to trigger the ghost spawn. Or rather, it's going to open the ghost monster closets. Because monsters don't really spawn in Doom. And we have lights. Oh, partial lights, anyway. Attacks I got hit with. Yeah, they're no fun. Basically like an enemy BFG blast, and I just ate 2 of them with my face. Good news is, I'm still not bad in medkits. They're also, like, massive ammo sponges, you might have noticed. They just take abuse and they don't give a fuck. Yes, I guess the impression is that this area was formerly inhabited, and either the ghosts are these people haunting future travelers, or they were killed by the ghosts, because the ghosts leave viscera behind, which is not really ghost-like, which suggests they're actually mutants that people mistake for ghosts on account of, well, the fact that they're nearly invisible, fire energy blasts at you. It should be weird sometimes. We're following the arrows. Wasn't I here? That's blocked. Load. Head up. Switch to a weapons check. Switch to a weapon I can use the lantern with. Okay, we can see now, so time to stop slumming it with a handgun. More biomines. Special now. Oh, you sneaky bitch. I think not, Mr. Bond. I figured, like, there's gotta be some way to get into that waterfall and then use that to navigate up and around, but... I've tried for the life of me, including some rocket jumping shenanigans. It just doesn't happen. So instead, we're just gonna get the key that we need and progress on. Oh, you little bitch. Fight. Blinded by the light. And more utter blackness. You took a whole cylinder, you piece of shit. The arrows point this way. You guys I can see in the dark because of your stupid glowing eyes. Yeah, this is probably where you'll get the heaviest use out of your lantern because it's... Mother. This is where the thugs went. Okay, anything else that's interesting? That's where we observed what was down here. What was the point of that? Just a tie-in is that, like, this is where the guys that we saw died and so forth. I mean, it's not like there's a key or anything they dropped. Ah, that's the point of this. Cannibal's hideout had some armor for us. And an egregious amount of viscera. Go figure. You know, them being cannibals and all that. Go figure. Okay, we need to recharge. Okay, walk. Don't sprint. There we go. Sit in the sun for a minute. Yeah, they talk about the poison on the surface, but what they're, of course, naturally referring to is actually radiation. Because, like I said, I think the implication in this story is that this was all side effect of, like, a nuclear holocaust, so everything on the surface is just fucking nuked. Maxed out on pipe bombs? Well, that's gonna be handy, because we gotta face another mutant master. Now, here's where I really should save, because this is an irradiated zone filled with bio-dicks. Now, when I want to go in there properly, I need to pop that purge stim, because that purge stim will immunize me to the effect of the radiation. But it has a limited duration of use, so naturally, we want to be able to just go through as quickly as possible. Now, do I remember how to... There it is. No. There we go. So this is basically your Doom Rad suit by a different name. Now this is set up in a way that you can rush through it without having used the purge stim, but the mines are sort of there specifically to complicate that notion. So if we have a spare purge stim, it's not a problem. Now, normally I enter this particular area of the map via a different route, which is over here. Yeah, this literally just ties in there. If you follow the arrows, you end up here instead of going through there, but I'm assuming that yellow is important somehow. It might directly relate to accessing the bonus level. I kind of accidented upon the bonus level, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure how that magic happened. It just sort of did. So why don't you say we try to see this guy down a bit? Fine until the mag runs dry. Oh, that was my face. Yeah, reload. God, that was with my face. And again, he doesn't drop a blaster for you, but this is where you can find one. That list, we have locked briefcase, regen stim, medkit. Use the medkit.
I can eat his liver.
Yep, there's the blaster. Start some new ammo, we're gonna juice it up. This is basically the game's rocket launcher, because obviously given the setting, an actual rocket launcher wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. So here's the thing, this is where our path diverges. You can see here an arrow with an X marked over it, indicating that this perhaps used to be the path, and has since been marked off because there's this overgrowth. Now, the standard level exit leads you past a bunch of trash wenches or whatever. It's a bit of a Zerg rush, and there is equipment down there, but once you go that way, you're committed to the path. And we, of course, want the secret exit. So you need to have turned the power on, which is not an area that you technically have to access. And I think... let's see. Okay, we also have to turn the gas on, which... Hey, you forgot to wash your hands. Personal hygiene we take seriously down here. That's probably what we need the key for, this door. So that way we can access the gas main. Turn the gas, yep. Now of course this is going to open all kinds of hurt. Looks like they decided to infight a little bit. Works for me, save ammo. Kerchak. So now the gas is on and the power is turned on. We flip the switch. It'll open up the bonus exit for us. Now normally I would save, go through the conventional exit, show you what I was talking about, and then cut back to secret exit. I'm not going to do that. You're perfectly within your power to play your game this game for yourself. It's on ZDOOM. You could probably play it on a potato, and it's a total conversion mod that's essentially free, so play it yourself. I'm going to take the secret-y exit. I'm leaving this level in style. Yeah, this room confused me for a minute. My question is, does it trigger only when I go down the hallway? That's also a nice effect in Doom Engine, a raising water level. Only 28% of the secrets.